about ladder safety. So we all have ladders, we've all seen ladders, but we might not all know how to safely use ladders. So in general, before we use any ladder, we want to look and do an inspection each time before we get on it. So this is a fiberglass ladder. We want to look and make sure that all the fasteners are secure, that we don't have anything loose, that the legs are on a level surface. If we're not in a level surface, we need to use something to counterbalance that so that we do make it level. We want to make sure that these here are rigid and in place and locked down. We want to look at our labels and make sure that one, we're not exceeding the capacity of the ladder, that we're using the ladder properly, and that the labels are clear and easy to read. So we can see that these labels could probably use some replacements. So that's something that I would note in this case. So some general rules when we're using a ladder. We want to make sure, just as anything when we're working at heights, that we have all of our pockets emptied, that I have nothing loose. I have one tool here and I have it tied off. So it's secure, so anybody under me isn't going to be at risk. Anybody who is working with me, my ground rigger, should have a hard hat on. So we want to make sure that's the case. I'm going to think through my project that I'm going to do and make sure I have everything with me before I go up the ladder, so that it's efficient to not have to keep coming down for different things. And then when we're climbing the ladder, we want to keep 3 points of contact. And what we mean by that is we want either 2 hands and 1 foot on the ladder at all times with only 1 foot moving, or 2 feet and 1 hand only moving at a time. So we have 1 hand and 2 feet secure. So those are our 3 points of contact. As we climb the ladder, we want to make sure to maintain that. And then when we get to where we're going, when we're at the height we need to work, we want to make sure that we don't lean out. The general rule that OSHA gives us is that the belt buckle rule. So we don't want our center of gravity to be beyond the 2 rails of the ladder. And then we also want to make sure that we follow the protocol of the ladder and don't go past the top rung that you're allowed to on this ladder. That's this step. So I wouldn't want to go past that point. I wouldn't want to stand on this unless we're using a ladder, like a little giant ladder that allows you to do that. And then when we come back down, we want to do the same 3 points of contact as well.